I know everybody. Welcome to another morning highlight of Mike and Glenda.
Highlight. A highlight. It's always a highlight. It's always a bunch of fun having our coffee together in the morning. And we're happy that you're joining us. This is Coffee Moments with Mike and Jay Glenda. And we're happy that you're here. So I wanted to talk to you today. Everybody always asks me, who's my favorite character? That's an easy one. I have never changed my favorite Disney character my whole entire life. And so I thought I would say, but I'm not really sure who your favorite Disney character is. I don't know if I've ever really asked you. So, but let me tell you mine first, okay?
Go ahead.
Okay, so my favorite, everyone's going to know this. All my really good friends will know this 100%. So my favorite Disney character has to be Mickey Mouse, right? He's the one that started the whole thing. So I love Mickey Mouse. The funny thing about that is that I'm not such a fan of Minnie Mouse. And I always say, I don't really have the feel goods for Minnie Mouse because she has my man, Mickey Mouse. So I have this, like, what do they call that? Rivalry with Minnie Mouse. So I don't care so much for Minnie Mouse because she has my man Mickey Mouse and I like Mickey Mouse. That's just a funny thing that I goof around with. But I actually think she's really cute. But anyway, but you know what I heard?
What's that?
This is crazy. And I don't know if this is going to be true or not. Somebody I read somewhere that that they want to get Disney it's new again and everything is new again, and they're actually thinking about having Mickey and Minnie have a baby, and Minnie's going to be going around the parks holding a baby, and the baby's going to have ears, and it's going to be, we don't know if it's going to be a Minnie Mouse or if it's going to be a Mickey Mouse, or she's going to be pushing a stroller around Disney, and there's going to be like a baby Minnie or Mickey Mouse in there, because they've been married now for a long time since the park opened. And
Well,
so
like 90 years old.
Isn't Mickey like 90 years old? Actually, I think he's older than that because he was 90 years old a while ago.
Okay.
Miracles never
And
cease to happen.
she's probably not far behind. But I think that's a stupid idea.
You think it's a stupid idea? But they're trying to generate oh my gosh, you have to go to Disney because you have to see Mickey and Minnie's baby.
No.
So it's like a PR thing. I don't know if it's true or not, but I read that and I'm like, well, that definitely would get people to come back to the parks.
No, I don't like that idea.
You don't like that idea?
No, just, I'm one that if there's a actor or actress or character that they do a say a TV show,
Okay.
and I enjoy them in that character, but then when they want to push the boundaries and maybe spill out their personal feelings, then it usually ruins the
whole make-believe kind of thing of it.
of the character or that. And no, I just don't see Mickey and Minnie. I don't.
I
see
guess
that.
if she's going to take pictures with people, she'd have to have a stroller that she could push a stroller in front of the two of them, and then she could still stand to take pictures. I don't know. I think it was just a fake thing, fake news. This is real news here. Like I said, we are not AI. We don't know how to do that stuff. We're retired. That's all too techie for us. And we're real people, and you get what we say. We do not script this. We just talk about different topics. So anyways, yeah, I couldn't believe I read that. I'm like, that is the most bizarre thing I've ever heard. But then I kind of wondered, maybe it's true, because people would definitely want to go check that out.
Why?
Mike said it's not possible because he's 90 and she's probably 85.
Well, yeah, but why? I mean,
I agree.
It's based off of those two.
I agree.
If you're going to modernize anything, just focus on the park.
I agree. 100%. I'm right with you on that.
I was never really a big Mickey Mouse, because growing up, besides Sunday night watching, we watched the Wide World of Disney or something like that every Sunday, and but they were movies, but it was concentrated on like Mickey Mouse or that. But if I was going to go character, my favorite would be Donald Duck and,
that's what I was going to ask you.
And Goofy.
Oh, Goofy. I love Goofy.
Because I'm a dog lover. And
can't pick Donald Duck. You have to pick Goofy.
Yeah.
Because Goofy's a dog. And who's the other dog? Pluto. But
Yeah.
Pluto's not as much fun as Goofy. Goofy's the silly one.
Well, like he says, it's either or.
Yeah, and Mike, I have to pick a dog one. That's a good one.
I'm a dog lover, and
That's a good one.
And like he says,
That makes
and
sense.
characters, Donald Duck would be up there as well.
Yeah,
You know.
I have to agree with that. But anyway, so I heard that and I'm like, I cannot even believe that. That is like absolutely crazy. Did you know that, Donald, not Donald Duck. Do you know that Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse are both pretty short people? And the reason being is that they're like getting pictures with little kids. And so that if they're shorter, it's easier to get everybody in the frame. But the other thing is that, so most of the time, I couldn't believe this. I actually just learned this like this summer, that most of the people that play Mickey Mouse are actually women because most men are too tall to play Mickey Mouse. So
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse is actually, most of the time, played by a woman because they have to be kind of short. And they're too tall to be a Mickey Mouse. If you look at it, Mickey and Minnie aren't that tall. So anyways, I thought that was kind of cool.
An interesting fact with Disney down in Florida is it's actually, the park is on the second floor. They have a underneath, and the reason
what is
why
it called? What corridors? What's that called?
I'm not sure.
Utilidors.
Yeah, and the reason for that is Walt had seen one of the characters at Disneyland
Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah.
take his head off, and he says, "No, that's absolutely cannot be." So
I forgot about that.
When the characters, when they're behind the scenes, behind the outside of the public eye, that they have lines that they can't cross, actual lines that when they're out of costume, they have to, when they cross that line, they have to be in costume.
And in character.
Yeah, in character, and they, they stay in that for the whole time they're in public.
Right.
Yeah, if you get a chance to
Do behind the scenes. Mike and I did behind the scenes tour, and it includes your lunch, and it was really interesting. We got to see like where they practice to do the choreographs for all the performances. We got to see all the floats where they keep them. We got to see we got to see everying behind the scenes. It was really cool.
Tell you a funny story about that. We go to do the tour, and they're showing us down Main Street, the different offices and that, and they're writing on this. This is so and so's office, the second floor, and all that. So we're seeing like all this
on Main Street.
And I had read about this underneath thing, and then I'm like, hey, excuse me, are we? Is there like an underneath, like a first level? And I said I heard that Disney was built on the second level, and
we thought we booked booked the wrong
tour. So it was just an innocent question. He asked us, and he said, "Well, maybe you should give the tour." Because because it was one of Disney people, and I said I just was just asking.
We weren't sure we booked the right tour.
We kept seeing about all this
on top of Disney, and we wanted to see
Main
underneath.
Street,
right?
And I just wanted to make sure that I saw that underneath part, and we did get on, and it was interesting and all that. And we did see the behind the scenes that Glenda was saying, but
it was cool.
Yeah, it was just.
But our guide,
he
was having a bad day.
I think there was a second question I asked, and
he just was not.
I got shot down.
Our guy
that
day
on that one too.
Yeah.
And one of the people in the crowd explained to me, answered my question, but the guy wasn't that very nice.
Yeah, he was having an off day. So, but we still enjoyed the tour. So I would say, they're human like the rest of us. So have a little bit of grace about that. But when you're paying like a lot to do a tour, and you get a guide that's not maybe, to add to the excitement and the joy, it kind of is a little bit of a downer. But we did enjoy it.
I wasn't. Those were the only time I spoke
during
the tour. There's two questions.
It was an 8-hour tour.
I wasn't being.
He didn't like you.
I wasn't being sarcastic or anything. I wasn't talking during his speech or anything like that. I was attentive to whatever thing he was saying. But somebody, he mustn't like me. So. Oh well.
Maybe Disney will see this and they'll let us go and get on the tour with somebody that's more friendly or something like that. Yeah. But we never report anybody or anything like that. We do not. We just think they're having a bad day, and it's work for them. So it's fun for us, but it's still a job and work for them. And so I don't know. But anyhow, but those are the things that and how about like the princess? I can tell you what my favorite princess is. Do you know my? I don't think I've ever told you, so you probably don't know this one. Who do you think is my favorite princess? Actually, I have two favorite
I have
princesses.
no idea.
Okay, well, I have two favorite princesses. First of all, I love Cinderella because she gets to live in a castle. Who doesn't want to live in a castle? Do you see? She gets to live here. So yeah, I love Cinderella because if I was a princess, I want to live in a castle. And then my second favorite princess is Belle, because I think with my long dark hair that I look the most like Belle out of all the princesses. I think if I had to pick up, I don't really look like any of the princesses, but if I had to pick one that looked most like, I'd probably say I look most like Belle. And I love to read and write, and so that's what she does too. I wrote 2 books, so I love to read and I love to write, and so does she, and she has long dark hair. So I think I guess I'd have to pick Belle. How about a guy like one of the they have like Gaston, who has the big muscles. They have Aladdin. What guy character would you pick if you had to pick one to be like?
I be honest with you, I never thought about it, but now that you say Aladdin, I always like that character.
Aladdin.
Of course, I like the genie in that.
Oh, the genie, he's awesome. Oh, I wish that you would pick to be the genie. I could rub your hair and ask for how many wishes I get.
Yeah.
I wish you were the genie.
0.
0 wishes. I wish you were the genie. I would rub your head and get 3 wishes. That's a good one. You pick the genie. I love that idea.
I'm a low-end genie.
A low-end genie. He doesn't work. Come on, make my wish come true. He doesn't work. Well, he's a dud. But anyway. Well, we hope that you enjoyed this little talk about our favorite characters. Drop it in the comments who your favorite character is and why that is your favorite character. And do you think that Mickey and Minnie should have a baby? Mike and I vote no. Let us know what you guys all think. All our Disney friends.
Absolutely not.
Let us know what you all think. And until tomorrow, have a wonderful day. Ready? Let's do our little jingle. Ready?
Right.
Sip, sip, smile a lot. Coffee moments hit the spot. Everybody have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.
Take care.